Dick Laney looks good with a
He
goatee.
looks good with a goatee.
I feel like you're walking me into a trap right now.
Welcome, guys, to another episode of the Buddycast. Today, we have co-host Aaron Chase and his former ex, possibly, maybe future feature act, Alec Damani.
He's my opener.
I don't know. You guys have a
Am I your opener now?
weird, disjointed relationship between media and personal friendship.
Yeah, I don't know. Because this nigga's just always like, hey, you want to do this thing? And I'm like, yeah, okay.
And then you don't follow through.
Yeah, I do.
Oh my God, are we starting like
Hang
this?
on, before we talk about why Alec Damani's a piece of shit, let's talk about why Goku's a piece of shit.
Oh, okay.
Explain yourself.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you're saying Goku's more of a piece of shit than Vegeta?
Yeah.
All right, I'm listening.
You do realize almost every major villain that happened in Dragon Ball Z in Super was because of Goku as, I want to fucking fight the strongest person ever. The fucking the Universal Tournament because of Goku, because Goku's like, I want to fight everybody in the universe. So then this nigga's like, okay, the losers get erased. Go back to the Cell Saga. This nigga got his ass beat the fuck out of Cell, and said, I'm done fighting. I'm going to let my son get in there. This nigga's 13.
And he had to watch his dad die.
Yes. This nigga's
How
13.
traumatic.
Can't fight. Scared, terrified to fight. And he's like, go ahead and get in there, son. You got him. And then he's like, hold on. Wait a minute. Hey, Cell, would you like a magic sensu bead to regain all your energy before you fight my child? Sure.
So it sounds like he's less of a piece of shit and he's more stupid. Like, Vegeta's a piece of shit. Vegeta came down to take over the Earth, didn't he?
No, he came.
Vegeta was just doing his job.
Yeah.
Which is, that's what the Nazis said.
But
Which is
Vegeta, but look at it. Vegeta was doing his job. He was hired by Frieza, and then he turned around and was like, you know what? Fuck this nigga Frieza.
Okay, who killed
And
Frieza?
joined him. Goku, because Vegeta wasn't strong enough. Because Goku's always stronger.
Okay.
But Vegeta did whoop that ass
Huh?
in Resurrection F.
All right. How about this? Let me ask this. So Goku's a piece of shit.
Also, Goku held back his power from Vegeta when Vegeta was Majin Vegeta and finally got his rematch and had this nigga thinking he finally surpassed him, and he didn't. He was never even close.
Yeah, it's Goku.
Yeah.
All right.
But Goku was like, nah, I'm not going to show him this.
We're okay. So we're establishing. First off, this has turned into Aaron and Alec argue. But we're establishing.
This is DBZ commentary brought to you by Damani.
So we're establishing Goku's a piece of shit and not Vegeta.
No, Vegeta's a... Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
No, where I realized Goku was a piece of shit is when King Kai brought it up later in Super, where he's like, yo, you could have taken him anywhere. And you brought him to my home and destroyed it. You had the entire universe, and you chose to bring him here, and he was like, nah, I knew the place. Like, what an asshole.
And still hasn't resurrected him.
Yeah.
That man's still dead. They've brought Shenron back a dozen times since he died, and they're never like, I'm going to bring back Kai.
They brought Shenron back to be like, hey, do you know about this other Saiyan? What about Kai? Fuck Kai. Fuck that guy. He only taught me everything I know. So I agree. Yeah, Goku's kind of a piece of shit. But he's a piece of shit that knows how to work. He's like Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Is Michael Jordan a piece of shit?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Hold on. I don't know. Wait. What did he do? Something? Who'd he rape?
I don't. Who
They
knows
don't
who he
name names.
raped?
He's Michael Jordan. You don't.
He's obviously still giving off his victims money and Jordans and shit. So he's not.
No, like he's just. He's super competitive.
I'm pretty sure there's like there's something about Jordan in a quote of "fuck them kids." Like I see that often on the internet.
That's really funny.
I often see those words with Jordan's face.
I think what it is competitive people are assholes.
Yeah.
So like Michael Jordan, Gordon Ramsay, other people.
Yeah, I think it's hard to be great at what you do and be a good person. Like
No.
like to be that tip of the spear in your industry, basketball. I hear Tiger Woods is kind of a nice dude. I mean, he cheated on his wife, but whatever, dude.
I will cite Bill Burr's joke.
People make mistakes,
She was probably cheating on him too.
right? Yeah. He was like, I knew about them. You just came out first.
So you think you follow through, Damani?
Yeah. I don't say I'm gonna do something and not do it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's good. I'm glad that that you feel that way. So anyway, comedy. You missing comedy?
Mm-hmm.
Good. You're being a really good.
I don't like this lead-in.
What do you mean? What lead-in?
I feel like you're walking me into a trap right now.
I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about, Alec Damani.
See, but for Aaron, the trap is just the mental game. There's no trap. He
I
just likes you
know
being paranoid.
that's what's fucking me up too. Is because it's like I know there's nothing. Like
He just wants to see you shake for a second.
No, man. I whatever. It doesn't matter. No one can do comedy right now, so it's not like I can chastise you at the moment for being a lazy piece of shit. But I will later.
No, that's not. See, that's not lack of follow through. That's just lack of work.
Wait, what?
Are you saying I don't follow through because I'm lazy?
Yeah.
That's not lack of follow through. Follow through is like, yeah, I said I'm gonna do this and I did this. What you're talking about is just laziness
Okay, Alec.
and yeah, depression.
In depression?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's going on, buddy?
It's just life, bro.
Life, man.
Life, man.
You been meditating, man? You've been using sage? Been
I mean, I use sage in my cooking sometimes.
What does sage do? Like the smoke sage. I associate it with witches. Cleanses from the spirits, the spirit world.
Energy.
Yeah,
and
makes
stuff?
your house smell funny.
I don't know.
I don't know, but it's I don't knock it because it's done widely through a bunch of different cultures. It's not just like one type of culture that does it. Like it's
Yeah.
a very
Also,
common
like
thing.
the placebo effect is real. So if the
Yeah.
act of if cleansing your fucking house with sage makes you feel like it's cleaner, who's to say it's not?
I'd rather somebody do that than take a bunch of Xanax.
That's true.
Yeah, I agree.
I recently ran into somebody that white person, of course. Apparently, there's white sage.
Then
That's just for
the,
breeze.
That's the right sage.
But he had like leaves because he was trimming with me, and he had like little white sage leaves, and he kept going to his car and coming back. He was like, I need a little pick me up, and going to his car and coming back. I'm like, oh, this nigga's fucking doing cocaine in his car. I'm like, all right, that's cool. And I'm outside smoking a cigarette halfway through the day, and he fucking comes up and like I see him in the corner, like with his hands cupped, just like inhaling smoke. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? He's like, oh man, you're smoking white sage. I'm like, what the? Apparently, it gives you like an energy boost, like a
Have
quick
you tried it?
Fuck no.
Why not?
Maybe that's just the name of the strain.
Because I don't. It wasn't weed. I looked at it and I was like, yeah, that's for
It's
sure
next level
sage.
weed. You know, even professionals like, I don't know what this is.
I didn't trust it.
I saw you at your birthday, man. You can handle drugs pretty well.
I handle drugs very well, which is
Well, you should do
dangerous
it.
and expensive.
Do white sage.
No,
I believe
it's not
in you.
even a drug, bro.
See, there's that lack of follow through. There's that lack of follow through again.
It's not a drug.
Be a degenerate.
I do drugs. That's not a drug.
What's your favorite drug? Like
Sunshine. I'm gonna
Aw.
say that.
if there were
Nah,
if there were no side effects, there's no ODing. What's your favorite drug that you've done?
No mushrooms. Well, it's not really a drug.
Oh, okay.
You mean like drug, like hard drug?
Are we going Cat Williams drug? Like
Yeah, like
drugs,
what
you gotta
level
do
drugs
something
you-
Yeah,
to it.
sure, let's-
Add water, baking soda, stir it up. I don't know the recipe. I'm just saying.
How many times have you listened to that?
Dude, Dad grew
right.
up with that.
Pimpin'?
Yeah.
But yeah, man. All right. So, what's your favorite drug? Yeah, hard drug, whatever you want to call it.
Only hard drug I've done is cocaine.
And then that's your favorite then.
It's a hell of a drug.
But what does it feel like?
It feels like nothing.
Cool. That sounds like a really fun
No,
and
it's not.
exciting drug.
It's numbing. Like it's not like I don't know. It's weird to explain how it feels because it feels different depending on what mood you're in. But it's overall like kind of just numbs out the world.
That doesn't sound like fun at all.
Jesus,
it
who
is.
touched you, dude?
Yeah, right.
But it is.
What kind of trauma are you running
But
from?
it is because it's also like, yeah, I'm gonna go I'm about to smash on Call of Duty right now.
You're not making cocaine seem appealing at all. I don't know how you've made cocaine
He
seem
made it
boring.
appealing to me just now. I was like,
Good.
really? Really? I could
No.
use a bump in my KDR.
Yeah, bro. It's a focus thing too. Like I understand. Like when I started doing it, I was like,
Is it like
okay,
taking pre-workout?
better and no come down. I mean, if you do a shit ton of it for 3 days straight, yeah, you're gonna.
Have
come
you
down.
done that?
No.
I feel like
I
that's how
can't
you're
afford
supposed to do it, though.
That's
you know how like
generally, yeah.
ayahuasca, you need to go out for a weekend. I feel like if you're doing cocaine, you got to pick a weekend, go to Vegas,
Yeah, except you don't have to go to Vegas, but
go to Reno.
pick a weekend or pick a couple days where it's like, all right, there too. I'm getting a bag.
Jesus Christ. What is a bag to you? Like
Anything, any.
I'm picturing
Just
the
like
level
a
of weed
bag
that you
of
brought in here.
cocaine.
Like a bag that much?
Fuck no.
That's
who
a
do you think
crazy
I-
amount of.
Who the fuck you think I am? Pablo
I
Francisco?
don't fucking know.
Nigga, cocaine is not cheap like that.
How much money would that cost? The bag of weed that you have, the equivalent of cocaine, how much would that cost?
I don't even know how much cocaine that would be.
12 ounces?
I don't like. That's an ounce and a half of
Oh,
weed.
what you just have?
Yeah.
Oh, that's, yeah.
So I don't even know like how much cocaine. Bro, I've never seen more than an 8-ball.
Well, that's like a line?
No, that's like an eighth, 3.5 grams.
You're really good at math when it comes to drugs, man.
Fuck yeah.
You're a
drugs,
really good drug
Drugs
dealer.
and dominoes is the only thing I'm good at math in.
You gotta teach me dominoes. I actually don't know how to play dominoes. I never played it.
That's hoodonomics right there.
Damn, bro.
Drugs and dominoes. That's how we do our math.
What do you think it's gonna be like when you finally get back on stage?
I'm gonna hold out for the first 2 weeks to let the first brunt end of quarantine jokes die off first.
Hold off on talking about it or hold off on going?
Hold off on going,
You
so I don't
f-
gotta hear that
You
shit.
lazy piece of shit.
How's that lazy?
That's just an excuse
It's
to
not
not
lazy.
get on
I
stage.
just don't want to fucking see. No, I'm just playing. I'm gonna be on stage like
I was
Prano
about to say.
as soon as possible.
Man, I want to do comedy so bad, but I want to hear other people's jokes.
I actually think I think it's going to be a good thing for comedy once this starts back up.
Why?
Because nobody has shit to do for the last 2 months.
People are gonna be
3,
out.
4 months. There's no entertainment. Niggas are locked in. So it's like once we're set free, we can go out. People are gonna be looking for shit to do.
I agree and I disagree
What do you disagree about?
that there's no entertainment. Have you not seen Tiger King?
I'm not saying lack of entertainment. Fuck Tiger King. That
Fuck
shit-
you. Fuck you, Alec Damani. Why fuck Tiger King?
bro. That shit is so ridiculous.
Exactly.
It's so-
I started it when I first started. I got like 10 minutes in, and I was like, "This is stupid." And then more people kept talking about it. I was like, "All right, I'll finish the first episode." Then right after the 10 minutes, I was like, "Whoa, this gets really crazy."
Bro, I got 2 episodes in and I was like, all right, this is insane. The first 5 minutes, I was like, okay, this shit is insane. As soon as they said, and I already knew this fact, but as soon as they said there's more tigers in captivity in America than in the wild,
I think it's like Texas specifically.
yeah, like as soon as I heard that already known fact, I was just like, okay, this is going to be a ridiculous fucking show. And it feels like an MTV reality show. Like, it doesn't feel like a documentary.
Yeah. I think it doesn't feel like a documentary because most documentaries have a clear narrative they're going for.
Yeah.
This is so splattershot. There's so many different angles to it.
It's because we're in a simulation, bro.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised
It's
at this
fucking
point.
fake.
Nah,
It's
bro,
fake
this
but
is-
real.
This is like, there's real glitches, like a glitch in the Matrix, bro. You seen shit like that?
Yeah. I drove by a house that had the exact same car, and I flipped out for a second, and then I drove by again, and I was like, oh, I think they just have 2 of the same car for some reason. But
That's what the program wants you to think.
Yeah.
whatever, fuck it.
Did you
If
check
you-
the license plates?
Yeah.
I'm taking the blue pill. I don't give a shit.
You
I'm
gotta
done.
check the time, make sure it didn't change.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Do you think she did it?
Hell yeah, that bitch killed her husband.
I'm so glad that Tiger King is so ingrained in our society that all I have to do is say, "Do you think she
You
did
think
it?"
she did it?
And you know exactly what I'm
Bro, that is the only reason I watched it.
saying. To see if she did it.
To know, because I was like, who the fuck is Carol Baskin? Like, I was like, who is
She?
this bitch?
kill more people than Snoop Dogg.
Did she
legally?
Did she kill more people? I don't know. Once I got
She
to the
killed
point,
31 people and boom, came out with ice cream.
God damn. See, because the only thing is like, fuck you.
It took him a second. All right.
But no, like there's in this crazy ass meme culture that the world has become, I'll start seeing memes for shit, and I'm like, okay, why do I keep seeing this? Like, and I'm like, well, I want to understand this, so I'll go watch whatever it's from. Up in like the Fire Island documentary, the meme about the dude sucking dick for Fiji water. Bro, I was like, why the fuck do they keep? Because I kept seeing memes and like it was like, oh, what would you do for this hot girl or whatever? And it's just a picture of him, and I'm like, okay. So I watched Fire Island, and as soon as I got to that point and understood it, I was like, oh, okay, I'm done.
Really?
Yeah, I'm
You didn't
done.
finish it?
No.
Oh,
So same thing with Tiger King. Like I got to the point where I was like, oh, okay, that's who Carol Baskin is. Hell yeah, that bitch killed her husband. I'm done.
So you didn't get to the Russian roulette part?
Russian.
Oh, so somebody needs to watch the rest of Tiger King. I
What?
think. Yeah. I'm not going to say anything else. People know.
Nigga, I'm not gonna watch it.
Okay.
I mean,
Don't watch it.
no, I'm not gonna watch
Because of the
it.
follow through though.
I still got
Lazy. You can't even sit down to watch fucking Tiger King, you lazy, unfollowing through piece of shit.
Nigga, I just started the Majin Buu saga. What the fuck you mean? You think I'm gonna stop watching that and watch Tiger King?
To go
No.
back to Tiger King?
No.
How did you not finish Tiger King?
Because it's stupid.
Yeah. Oh, and the what saga?
The Majin Buu saga.
Oh yeah, Nick, that's not stupid at all.
No, it's not.
No, that's important.
No, it is. That has a very interesting story with great peaks and valleys.
Wait.
And great. There's a lot of power overcoming and people.
Sounds like
Gohan,
you're describing Tiger King
Nigga.
minus Gohan.
the fuck.
Peaks and valleys and yeah.
No, it's peaks and valleys of batshit crazy white people.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
For a little bit, no. But
Okay.
bro, you see crazy white shit everywhere. Aren't you tired of it?
I'm tired of it. I don't like it when it's happening to me, but when I could just watch white people do crazy white people shit to each other, oh, it's fantastic.
I enjoy it too, but this is fucked up. And also, tigers are dope.
Yeah, man, that's the whole point at the very end. But you didn't get to the end because you can't follow through. Sorry. Anyway,
So the whole end of all this shit is tigers are dope.
essentially,
Nigga, I don't need to watch that show then because I already know tigers are awesome.
oh my god, ugh, you give me a headache. I feel like you would have watched Tiger King had I not pushed you to do it. I think you just want to do the opposite of what I say.
No, mine was made up. See, this is where my follow through is.
Uh-huh.
My
Wanna hear this
mind was
follow-through?
made up. When I turned it off, I said, "Okay, I don't need to go back to that." And
Okay.
I will not be going back to that
All right, good follow through.
just because everybody else is watching it.
You follow through in not following through a TV show.
I'm not gonna keep watching the show if I don't like it.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine.
I started watching what's that new HBO one with the lions and tigers and Beth?
I don't know that was.
His Dark Materials.
I don't.
It was dope, and then it got boring. So I was like, I'm not gonna watch it anymore.
I think memes are the only true reality. Like when people start memeing things, I'm like, oh, okay, whatever this is a fact of some kind, and I need to find it.
Yeah, and like 50 years from now, there's gonna be a big archival book of memes per decade and year.
Yo,
Like just that's how history will be explained.
kids are gonna have little tablets instead of like history books of like remember what is the
The
kid?
fact that you guys think the kids are gonna hold anything to go through this information shows how fucking old you are.
No, they're not.
It's
They're-
gonna be
they're
a
not holding shit.
projection right onto their eyeball that they're gonna be able to manipulate
And they just-
in real time.
And they just move their eyes side to swipe.
yeah,
Yeah, I can say that too.
while they're fat and blubbery in their
I
goddamn
mean,
chairs. 'Cause of coronavirus.
Microchips are already happening.
So you think, fuck. So you think it's gonna be good for comedy, minus all the stupid Corona beer jokes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be hosting the first show whenever it is because I'm gonna actually be excited to host again. And I think I'm gonna start it off by saying if you say a fucking Corona beer joke, get the fuck out of the mic.
Please.
Don't be here anymore.
Please. You don't have the balls.
Okay.
You don't have the balls to actually enforce it, to follow through.
I think shame. I think we're just gonna heap shame on
Just
them.
shame
If we
them?
hear a Corona beer
Shame,
joke,
shame, shame.
just
You
everyone
gotta
has to
play that
yell
song
shame.
too, George. Every time. Shame, shame, shame.
No, I'm gonna work on a fire ass Corona beer joke.
Like we should be past the Corona beer jokes. Like anything. If
We should be, but like a new open micer, when there's going to be a lot of them.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think a lot of people are going to want to cross something off their bucket list after this?
Yes, but there's gonna be. This is more likely to increase the number of people that you meet after a show, and they're like, "Yeah, man, I've always wanted to do it. I've been writing material forever, but never actually do it." There's going to be people like that, like, "Oh yeah, I just wrote a ton of jokes," and they're never going to actually do it.
No, I think that the end of this is going to be like New Year's, like right after New Year's when people start there's going to be a surge in new people.
Is
trying.
there?
After New Year's? Oh yeah, you don't follow through. You're not around. My bad. After New Year's, there's always like a surge in open micers every time, because people are trying to cross off their New Year's resolution bucket list shit, and I think this is going to inspire people to do that.
When are you going to stop holding that shit over my head, though?
What? When you start following through?
Nigga, my brother died.
I know. I'm very sorry about that. But I'm not. There's nothing.
So it's not like I just completely stopped.
It was before that, though.
It wasn't.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay.
Before that, I probably missed a few mics because I was at work or some shit. But I wasn't like just not going to any mics.
No, okay.
I stopped go. There was like I would be like, okay, I'm not gonna go to every single mic this week because I've never been the type where it's like I want to go every single night.
Why?
Because I don't think in any skill or anything you do repeatedly that you want to continue to do, I don't think you should do it every single day, 365.
You need breaks to
You need breaks to. It's like when you go work out and you have to take a break so your muscles can rebuild.
I get what you're saying. I think, okay, so all jokes aside, me saying that I should not have worn long sleeves. This was a mistake.
Yeah.
But
the shirt looks greasy.
Yeah, well, I've been sleeping in this thing every day.
Bro.
I sleep in a garage. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm wondering what that smell was.
I wear.
He doesn't even know whose garage it is. He just sleeps there.
Garage. Yeah.
The door was open one day, so I let myself in.
Yeah, man. Coronavirus, bro. But all jokes aside, of me saying that you're inconsistent or whatever you are, it's just I just give a shit. Like I just want you to succeed in this. I know you can.
I know,
and that's all it is. At the end of the day,
but you make me feel like shit.
Exactly, so that you fucking do it.
No, you just make me not want to come around because I don't want to see you no more.
All right, well, then stop being a bitch.
So then I just go to other mics.
Okay, go to other mics. Yes, perfect. If you go to other mics, by all means. I don't give a shit if you're coming to Buddy System mics. I don't give a shit if you're doing the Buddy System shows. Okay, I just give a shit that you do it. That's all, because you're a good comic and you'd be successful.
Now, bitch.
Why? Well, yeah, I know.
I had just finally got a car, because also in the midst of all that shit, there was long whiles I didn't have a car.
Why didn't you hit me up to fucking bring you?
Because I don't like asking niggas for rides.
Okay.
And shit.
Well, maybe.
Also, because your car's dirty. So
Yeah.
He'll be fine.
I don't want to be in the mic full of dog hair and shit, smelling like Aaliyah.
Yeah, Aaliyah smells terrible.
Yeah.
It is wild. Right? It's like living in a dog kennel. But no, just ask if you're down or you're depressed, ask for help. If you need a ride somewhere, ask for help. If you need support, just ask for fucking help.
I don't know how to ask for like support and shit, but I also never think like, cause I've had a car since I was like 16 or whenever I got my license. So I've always been like, I don't need a ride. I'm good. Like I can drive myself somewhere, or I've always like, I'm just gonna skate and never ask for rides. So I don't ever think like, oh, I need to get here. Damn, I don't have a car. I never think like, oh, I could hit so-and-so up to get a ride. I don't ever think about that shit. Because be honest, nobody really likes giving niggas a ride.
No one likes it, but I'll do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't like...
It's like hanging out with you. I don't like it, but I'll do it.
See, but it's like do unto others.
What does that mean? What do you mean?
I don't want niggas to ask me for a ride, so I don't ask niggas for a ride.
Oh, okay. No, I get you there. All right, well, so, I mean, I'm not going to do that to you.
I know.
All right.
Nah, I honestly just never, because I've had people, like, I've gone to, like, shows and shit, and I'm like, oh, like, running late, because I'm like, I had to wait for my mom to like get my mom's car some shit. And then one of the comments were like, "Why didn't you hit me up? I live in Riverside too." And I'm like, I didn't even fucking think about
Why
that.
don't you hit me up? I said bye to you on my way out. Like, why didn't you tell me you needed a ride?
No, at the end of the day, you're an adult. You're a grown man. You have hair now. You do what you want to do. But I'm gonna keep giving you shit until I'm like, oh, he's doing it.
That's fucked up. You're probably not gonna believe this, but I actually was like, had that long talk with myself. I was like, all right. You got car now? 'Cause I just got the fucking car right before this shit. I was like, I got a car. It's reliable.
Oh, you're hella depressed because you're talking to yourself now. So
Yeah.
you're like, you gotta get your shit together, man.
Yeah. Fuck, man. And I really do that shit sometimes. Like, I get in those modes and I'm really like, you know what, man? Like, you need to fucking get your shit. Like, what are you doing, Alec? When I beat myself up. I mean, this nigga got his shirt off.
This is a podcast. Nobody can see my beautiful abs.
Okay.
You want to feel them?
No.
Come on, just touch them. Just touch
Please.
one.
Nigga, you've been sleeping in the same shirt for 2 months. I don't want to touch your body.
So if I had it,
Obviously,
if I had
your body looks just as greasy as the shirt.
You look like a chair in the 80s when a black dude sat up. Just grease left on it.
This is all full of Jerry Curl juice.
You are Soul Glow right now.
It doesn't.
That's what I'm
Yo,
saying.
oh my god. Okay, it doesn't. This nigga really does look like he's in the fucking 80s right now. He's got the bandana on like Queen Latifah and set it off. And one of those, I don't even know what the fuck you call that necklace. One of the little tiny ass bead necklaces, chest hairs, bro.
Those are one of Joel Power's bracelets. Because they're on his skinny ass neck.
Whatever, I'm comfortable.
This man needs help.
I'm going to burn that chair when he leaves. And I bet it's going to ignite because of all the grease on it. I bet it's just going to light up like napalm.
That's a fire hazard, bro. Take it outside.
Slap that
Jesus.
bitch on a grill.
You're one of those people that's buying everything in the store but soap, huh?
You gotta buy good soap. That's important. I don't think people realize that.
Oh, bro.
What's considered good soap?
Not dollar store soap. Like
Irish Spring
some
or
good.
Axe body wash. I
Should
smell
use it like an
those.
antibacterial soap like once a week. Because not all soap's antibacterial.
Oh, see, I never thought about antibacterial soap.
Yeah.
I use this Shea Butter utility soap from Shea Moisture. Fire.
It sounds like you got it from your mom.
No, I didn't actually. It is for men, and it is
It's in a black bottle too.
No, it's a bar of soap, and it is like they made this shit for me. You know, it's for men because it's literally all in one, like hair, face, shampoo, body, and it does all of those.
They're like, yo,
very
we're
well.
just glad you're in the shower.
Yeah,
Use this for
yeah.
your whole body.
But no, it's actually it's not like every other like, oh yeah, use it everywhere so you wash your face with it and fucks your face up. Like this shit actually this is the only soap I've ever used where I can shave my face and not get razor bumps. Like razor or electric where like it just or like I'll have razor bumps and I'll use that soap and they're fucking gone.
Yeah. You should use a straight razor. There's no bumps.
I don't try.
Hey, but you just make it look like you've had a fight with a samurai though sometimes because you fuck up.
Yeah, I'm not.
Do you
not.
use a
I
straight
just
razor?
If I have the time, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's cool.
I didn't know you grew enough facial hair.
It's
for
more
it.
fun. Yeah, shit gets scraggly. It just grows all white patchy and white trashy. And
Is that
shit.
why you never have facial hair?
No, I have it. It grows out.
It
It'll be
grows.
pretty light, but I'll just get rid of it because there's no uniformity to it.
no. And
It's Asian facial hair.
and this day and age, most people that don't have facial hair usually can't grow proper facial hair. Like,
I want to
that's
see
the
you with
only-
facial hair. I want to see Nick Laney with his goatee.
I just look Mexican.
Nick Laney looks good. In the
He
goatee.
looks good with a goatee. He looks
Yeah.
real.
Even a beard, like
Yeah.
he looks more Scranton Strangler-ish though with the beard.
No, it's too suspect to be a strangler now. Like he looks like the obvious perp. What makes the Grand Strangler good is that you're like, really? Huh.
Do you think you're gonna have to knock off the dust when you get back?
I don't think so. No. Well, it depends on how long. It depends on how long has it been?
I don't.
month?
Dude, time means nothing anymore.
Bro, I haven't.
Because time's not linear.
Yeah, time is.
Yeah.
Thank you, George. Fuck you, Will Henderson. What were you saying?
No, he knows I agree with him. It's fine.
I don't give a shit. You guys are both wrong. Time is subjective.
I feel like we just opened some old wounds.
I've been arguing with Will about whether time is purely subjective or if it's linear.
I mean, it's obviously linear for ones that don't own a time machine.
You said that like you have a time machine in your garage. You said that with so much confidence.
Yo, speaking of time machine in a garage, have you guys seen Primer?
No, what's that?
It is the greatest time travel movie ever, and it's a low budget film.
Back to the Future?
Better.
Oh,
because it deals with like
new.
It came out maybe early 2000s. It's an independent film. It's better than Terminator. Because it's original and it treats time how.
I'm sorry, but
Is it on
Terminator
Netflix?
was original.
I don't remember. You might have to internet it.
I'll
but
bother you about it later.
yeah, it is. That's my one recommendation when they're like, what's a movie that no one's heard about that no one's seen? It's Primer almost every time. It used to be Equilibrium, but everyone's seen that now. So
Oh, yeah.
Do you like Tom Hardy?
yeah.
You should watch Legends on Netflix. He plays mobster twins. Fucking kills it.
Nice.
Fucking kills it.
I love one person playing multiple people. It's like, you want to see how crazy this fucker is? Watch.
Uh,
Like the Nutty
Okay.
Professor.
Yeah.
Or the best one to date was the dude from I don't know why I can't think of the movies, but it turned out to be the M. Night Shyamalan trilogy, The Beast.
Oh.
He split.
Yo.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to take the roller skates off before he gets here. He's gonna be very upset. Like
That's proof that acting is a skill. Like, there's
Yeah.
people have this idea that like acting is just reading lines. No, fuck that.
no.
That's crazy.
It's
wild.
like comedy, though. It's like because at the lowest level, acting can be just reading lines.
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
There's
Arnold, he typecast himself. He created an Arnold Schwarzenegger role.
Yeah.
And basically,
No, Universal did.
that's true.
That's
Yeah.
why as soon as his governorship ended, he was in like every fucking movie in the box office.
Did you guys watch this latest Terminator, like Dark Fate or whatever?
No, not yet.
I'm done after Terminator 2. I'm
Nope.
good.
Watch this one.
No,
George,
I'm gonna
I don't
watch it.
trust your movie.
Watch this one.
No,
I
no,
know,
this one's
like,
good.
okay,
This one's legitimately
I've
good.
always been it's legitimately
The
good.
reason it's good, you love Terminator 2. It is Terminator 2.
It's Terminator.
I'll just
okay.
watch Terminator
I'm in.
2.
No,
No,
it's good.
man. No,
It's
man.
good.
No, man.
All right.
No, man.
'Cause
Sarah
thematic-
Connor looks very sexy as an older lady.
Like in terms of it being a reboot and like it seems like rehashing, it could be, but in universe, the fact that time is cyclical is kind of thematic the way everything plays out. So it's actually a surprisingly deep robot movie.
So it actually does tie it ties them all.
It takes you to T2, and everything after that it goes fuck you, and it puts the movie right in front of all of the future movies. So all the shitty movies that we've seen the
It
last
erases
20
them.
years, yeah, it's like no.
So it's
Look
like
right here.
It's like when Dragon Ball Super came out. It was like,
Yeah,
hey,
it was like,
hey,
you remember Brawly?
Yeah, remember GT? Okay,
Yeah.
that didn't exist anymore.
Exactly,
Okay,
and it does it well.
Is it
I'm
on
in.
Netflix?
Oh, I don't know. I interneted that one too.
you can find it anywhere though.
Yeah.
Everybody's streaming movies now.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Have you guys been watching? What new films have you guys seen?
I saw Onward.
How was it?
Good.
Nice.
Really, really good. If you have brothers.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's a
that's
good
that Pixar one. With
yeah, it's
the,
a good
blue
Pixar
people?
movie, and it's a good it is like a father son, but it hits deeper if you have brothers.
I haven't
Yeah.
I haven't seen a single preview, but I keep seeing the poster for it.
It's good.
It's Pixar. Pixar's consistent.
it's what's his Spider-Man and Star-Lord.
Yeah. Tom Holland and Star-Lord. What is his name?
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
they
Chris-
have
I
good
like
chemistry
that.
together as well.
I can
And
see that.
So
I'm gonna watch it.
I watched. I started watching Killing Them Softly with Brad Pitt. It's boring as fuck.
that's what it looked like. I was hoping not though, because Brad Pitt's so fun.
The first 10, 15 minutes, I was hooked, and then after that, I was like, oh, okay, well, fun stuff will happen eventually,
it's-
and then it got boring.
Sounds
Well,
like
it's-
Troy.
It's not. It's not killing them fanatically. It's killing them softly. Bro.
Jesus Christ! If I had one of those wham wham buttons,
That's the best part about Wild 'N Out is when people fail.
but yeah, fucking comedies and shit. Oh, do you think we're gonna what do you think the shift in the feeling is gonna be like? Because I think we all got into a groove for a long time, and now all this has changed it up. So going back, what do you think it's gonna feel like?
For a lot of people, I think it's gonna feel like starting over again, almost.
I'm excited. I think for me, I'm gonna have to deal with a lot of excitement that I kind of forgot about.
Yeah, that's gonna be the biggest thing. Is like there's gonna be a whole new resurgence and new love for it.
Yep.
That's one of the reasons why I think it's a good thing for comedy because it's like you're learning the true appreciation you have for it. It's like when they always. Oh my fucking gosh, bro.
He's so disgusting, it's distracting. He's talking about the love of his life, and Aaron just slathered himself with some hand sanitizer.
It's gonna be so ashy. You have no idea.
Bro.
You're gonna be the most flammable, dry-skinned person.
My
Bro,
goal.
I thought you were putting lotion on.
My new goal now is to just disgust you. I think that's gonna be my new entertainment.
Check that off the box.
Yeah, you've done it. You've done that a long time ago.
Oh,
You-
good.
You did that when I went to a movie with you and you took your socks and shoes
Fuck
off.
yeah. Yo, I went to those deluxe theaters. Fuck yeah, I
And
did.
there's recliner. So it's not like his feet are out and they're on the ground and I can't see them. His feet are out and they're elevated.
If we look, man, if I'm paying
And
15,
and he doesn't do the seat space seat.
nah, those are big enough. Those are easy.
Not
Those
Aaron.
are fucking.
Not Aaron. No, bro, we gotta sit right next to each other and
Are we
fight
not on
over
a date?
an armrest.
Are we not on a date,
Nigga,
Alec?
I didn't know we were.
That is mandate.
yeah.
What did
I
we see?
was,
What did we saw?
I was swindled. We saw
And
Spider-Man.
that's-
Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse.
We saw Into the Spider-Verse, and it wasn't a very
Yo.
good movie.
It was. That was one of the greatest animated films I've ever seen. Ever, hands down.
That's what I think that might be the best Spider-Man movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And it produced the only Sway Lee song I've ever liked, and I love the fuck out of that song.
Good shit. Are you gonna write more? Or are you gonna continue to be a bitch? Like when we come back. I'm not
God,
saying it.
what do you
I
mean?
hope you just fucking skyrocket after this, so you can be like, dude, Aaron, I didn't write shit.
Yeah.
I
Maybe
hope-
you should stop writing.
I hope he does. I hope he skyrockets.
Maybe this is his process. Maybe
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
man,
gonna
I-
take him whatever it takes him.
What do you mean? Like, are you saying like write new shit?
I don't know. Good shit.
Oh, so my shit's not good anymore?
Yeah.
It's not good enough for you anymore, Aaron?
Yeah.
Oh, it used to be, I have faith in you. You're really good at
I
this.
still have faith in you, and you are still really good at this. It's not good anymore.
But all of a sudden, my shit's not good anymore?
yeah.
I mean-
As we progress, we get better, and then
Yeah,
we
I
look back
know.
at old material. And we're like,
Yeah,
oh,
I
this is
know.
stupid.
I was in the process of cycling
Hmm?
out the old shit and bringing in new shit.
What were you? Yeah.
Bro, it's been so long I can't even remember what. But like, I can't even remember.
Oh, you didn't write it down?
No, I haven't written down. I'm just saying,
Oh, okay.
like, I think I can't just pull it off. But no, there was a few new things in there I was working on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. That's
Oh,
good,
that's
man.
good.
How's it? How like do you think you're? By the way, I'm just being an asshole. I'm fucking.
I know
Do you?
you're a terrible interviewer.
Yeah.
You're
Do-
like
no.
you're like Nardwar on meth.
Do you think this quarantine is going to change your process? Because like for me personally, I don't know about you, George, but for me personally, my process seems to be changing throughout the quarantine. Like in trying to write during the quarantine, I can see different weaknesses that I couldn't see before because I was
I
performing
had
it.
tons of new shit I was working on. Suck a dick, bitch. I had to check my notes real quick and make sure I wasn't lying to
I
myself.
made a 2020 folder. Okay.
Yeah. I don't think my process is gonna change, but it's a slowing factor because my process is I have to work something on stage. I can't just
Aw.
write something. I can't just like sit there and write a full like I can sit there and write a bunch of fucking jokes, but none of them are gonna really be good, and I'm not gonna have any faith in them until I try them on stage. Like I can't write an entire complete joke without doing it on stage.
I feel you. Yeah, I'm learning that. as
So
well.
like that's why my writing process is how it is, because it's like I write shit in sections.
I get you, man. I think this whole thing has made me appreciate the audience more. Like,
You never you did always have a disdain for the audience. I never understood.
no, I don't have it. Fuck you. What? I had a disdain in the very beginning, and then that disdain changed into appreciation. But now I appreciate them more. Like when I hear comics say, "Dude, fuck the audience," I'm like, now,
Oh, man.
yeah. When I hear that now,
Oh.
I'm like, that. No, you kind of need them there.
That is such an oxymoronic statement for a comic to say, for any performer to say, "Fuck the audience," because it's like, dude, you're trying to base your entire livelihood
on them,
on an audience.
You haven't heard comics say that though. I can think of one in my. I'm gonna write it
fuck
down.
the audience. Yeah, I've heard of. Yeah, I can name you right now. Are we name dropping?
No, I'm gonna write them down.
I don't name drop.
He's gonna read the name.
I don't want problems. Don't read the name. Hold on, I don't want problems in my life.
I'm pretty sure most of them I've told them to their face how I feel about it. Like, don't be stupid. Like, I don't really hold punches on people. That's not who I was thinking. The first person I was thinking, but yeah.
Wow. Joe Coy, really? That's fucked up.
Yeah. That man hates his fucking audience.
I don't think it's changing a process for me. I've always been like a inspiration. When inspiration strikes, I'll make it. Like all of my jokes, I kind of stumble upon.
You can just write shit.
But at the same time, like I know that the weakness in that is that I am not in control of the process. That I cannot sit down and churn out material on my own. I have to wait for something to hit me, and it just doesn't seem as productive.
I don't think anybody can really do that.
No, I've been doing it.
I don't believe people
I think people that like write on sitcoms that have to write every day for like
People
daily
like that,
shows and stuff,
yeah.
like that's the kind of skill I want to build, where it's like I should at the very least be able to turn out something hacky, but unfortunately I can't.
It's not a bad thing though, because
but everything starts hacky.
Most of the time, that shit is hacky. It's like, because it's not always like good. It's not always like really solid jokes that people are just like sit down and like, oh, this is funny. I'm gonna write this. Usually, the best jokes from anybody are ones that just shit that comes to them or it happens to them.
I'm learning the literal opposite of George. Like, I used to force myself to write, and now through the quarantine, I'm learning, like, all right, I need to slow down and let inspiration hit a little bit and not force it. So.
Oh, you mean like I've been fucking telling you for the last 5 goddamn years?
Yeah.
Like, you've been bitching at me, you don't even write.
Yeah, you don't.
Because that's my fucking process.
Okay.
All of a sudden, you want to jump on the gravy train.
You know what's about to happen, though? I'm learning 2 different skills in how to write, and you're sticking with one.
No, because I try other skills.
Like
I've found the skill that works for me.
For now.
Yeah.
You don't,
and if it gets to a point where it's not working, then yeah, obviously I'm gonna fucking switch it up.
How do you know it's not
look
working?
For something better.
How do you know it's working? How do you know it's not working until you try something different?
Because I've tried different things. I didn't just always write
but
like
with actual follow through.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
How long did you try to sit down and write like a sitcom writer?
For the first year.
I don't believe you.
Bro, I have notebooks at home.
All right.
With like paragraph, like
Take
jokes that are
pictures.
like paragraphs.
Let me see that proof, baby.
All right, you gonna have to remind me later because you know damn well I'm gonna forget in 3 minutes.
I know you're gonna forget.
I
You
know
don't have
exactly
follow
where
through.
they are.
You don't have any follow through.
No, man, but I legitimately did for the first year. I would do that. I did that traditional shit where I would sit down and crank shit out, and it didn't work well for me because everything always sounded scripted.
I know what you mean. I get that issue with when writing. I know that issue.
And I hated that. That's one of my biggest pet peeves, and one of the, like, you could have the funniest jokes ever, but if you sound scripted delivering them, I'm not fucking with it.
I agree. And I think the reason, like, when you were telling me just go out there, be funny, I think the reason that I wasn't able to do that before is because I didn't know myself enough. I think you can't get up there and just be funny because unless you understand who you are.
Can't be yourself if you don't know yourself.
Yeah, there you go. And that was actually very intelligent, Alec.
Told you I'm kind of smart sometimes, man.
Oh, sometimes that's good. But like in the quarantine, my new way of getting better as a comic is just getting better and understanding myself as a person. So I haven't been writing anything. I've just been focusing on myself. So
that is actually, I haven't thought about that. That's a good thing this is going to be a good thing for a lot of people then, this quarantine, because there's a lot of people don't know themselves or aren't comfortable with themselves because they don't spend time
Yeah, for me personally, I just didn't have like I've always been around people, and now that I'm just not around people, I have the time to focus. So it's it's a positive. It's been an exhausting positive, but it's a positive at the end of the day.
Hey man, it's only exhausting if you make it exhausting.
No, it's living around my family's pretty exhausting, like objectively.
Nigga, I live in a house with 4 kids.
Okay. I'm not saying
Don't talk to me about exhausting.
I'm not saying that your life isn't exhausting. I'm talking about me right now. Everything's not about you, Alec Damani.
You live with your grandmother.
I do live with my grandmother. It's scary.
What's exhausting? Her asking you if you want to fucking eat every hour?
No, she didn't talk to me. But
what the fuck are you complaining about?
No.
It sounds like if you're in the garage, she doesn't talk to you. It sounds like you're the fucking troll that she forgot about and doesn't even give a shit. So, what? Is it exhausting because you know she doesn't love you?
That's exactly. It's emotionally taxing for him to be there.
That's an emotionally taxing thing when you realize your family hates you.
Well, get over it.
Oh, okay. Like you should get over your brother?
Nigga, slap the fuck out of you.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I had. Like, it's not the same
You could just get over all your trauma.
Well, not get over it. Nigga, obviously they love you because the bitch let you. I mean, I didn't mean to call your grandma a bitch.
Thank you.
Bad.
And I'm sorry for attacking your brother. My apologies.
She lets you live in her garage.
Yeah,
I wouldn't let you live in my garage.
I don't love you.
Yeah, well, that's just because your time machine takes up too much space.
Yeah.
But no, it's just like when you don't have. Oh, you've never experienced independence. My bad. Okay, let me explain. So when you've been out of your house and you have that independence.
Oh yeah, I forgot you went back home.
I had to go back. There's no feeling like going back. Like you've stayed at ground zero and being pathetic. I went out there and was an adult, and I had to go back to being pathetic like you.
Well, I haven't got out there yet to live on my own yet because nigga, we're in California, and I don't want that. What you had to fucking do, go back.
But what I went through made me better as a person and made me more independent. It sucked.
I'm a very independent person.
Okay, you can get more independent. You can become better.
I mean, yeah, but at what cost?
What do you mean? Your comfort? Like at the cost of your comfort?
No, nigga, it's expensive as fuck to live on your own.
Yeah, save. This fucking guy did it, and so did Will. They moved from completely different places to the most expensive area in the world. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They worked and saved, and they stress every day about paying bills, and I still do that.
Hey, stop it! Don't bring me into this. Yeah, I'm stressed the fuck out.
Yeah. Niggas are not working right now.
All right,
if I lived on my own right now,
that would be
I
terrible.
wouldn't be working. It would be terrible.
It would be terrible. I agree. But eventually you have to move out of your fucking mom's house. Come on.
Yeah, but when I'll move out of my mom's house when I'm financially able to go move somewhere where I want to stay.
Have you been
and
saving?
Not get roommates. Black people don't save.
You
fuck?
You just summarized.
He got rims. Of course not.
He got some spinning
they
rims.
came with the car.
You got a grill. You don't save?
I mean, I save, but every time this is me saving. I save. And then I have like the nice chunk, and then some shit happens, and I'm like, oh damn, now I gotta spend all this money.
That's fair. I actually know that.
It's a fucked up cycle.
Yeah, I get you.
Like I could have lived on my own, but why add that extra stress if I'm comfortable, happy, I have all the freedom in my own space?
Because adding that stress makes you grow. Like it forces you to.
That's why I got a car payment.
Yeah, but it's not the only way to grow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll force you to grow, but it can hurt you.
Yeah.
Also,
it sucks.
Like you're mentally exhausted right now because you had to go on your own and then go back to your grandma's house. Yeah. I want to move out and make sure when I move out I'm staying now, and I don't have to have a fucking 18-year-old kid sleeping on the floor in my fucking.
He was 21
in my studio apartment where my neighbors are constantly fighting. And the fucking landlord doesn't cut the water on, and the Wi-Fi doesn't work, and you can't even get into your own gate, and you have to park on the street and walk all the way around the fucking block just because the gate won't open.
And then George's garage door clicker opens your safety gate.
That's for real. His clicker could open our gate.
See, why would I do that to myself?
Because now I have As shitty as it was at the time, now I can look back and be like, remember when I lived with Jonathan? That was fucking wild. That was fun. It was a fun little story to have. Life experience, man.
I still think I'm getting hella life experience.
Huh?
You don't get, and my pockets aren't hurting that bad.
Okay, man. All right.
I mean, now they are.
Yeah,
I got a car payment right before the fucking COVID.
I'm working out a plan right now to be able to get out and not come back for good. I think I'm getting a trailer. I told you this, right? I'm getting a trailer.
You ain't gonna be trailer trash. I mean, you already looked the part.
With the bandana, shirtless, nice and slick.
Yeah.
All you need is a cup of Mountain Dew, and stop brushing your teeth.
And
Stop brushing your
PBR.
teeth now.
That's something I
Dip,
floss. And
dip, just stuff tobacco in your cheek.
Both sides.
Have you done dip before?
It's gross.
Is it?
Bro.
I see people do it, and I'm like, no, thank you.
At my high school, like every baseball player would do that shit.
Yeah.
They'd be in class and they'd always have a fucking water bottle. It looked gross. And
Smoking looks cooler. It looks like it looks way cooler.
I'm sure it's different. I'm sure it's got a higher buzz. I'm sure.
It's crazy. It's a crazy head rush. It's like, have you ever hit a Black and Mild?
Of course he has. Look at him.
Yeah.
It's like the first time you hit a Black and Mild,
Painful.
that head rush, like, oh shit.
But I don't think I inhale. I pulled a Bill Clinton with it. I just kind of.
That nigga inhaled.
You think he was a part of the Epstein pedophile ring?
Most likely.
Are you like a narc that's trying to get our shit flagged? You're like talking about drugs and politicians and like. I'm glad you took your shirt. Is that necklace a wire? Like, are you trying to get us to snitch on someone? I feel like you're flagging us. NSA, these are all jokes, bro. Like, he's fucking.
I don't think NSA gives a fuck about Bill Clinton anymore.
I think Bill Clinton gives a fuck about Bill Clinton, and he's got some friends that work at the NSA.
That's fair.
Nah, it was probably Hillary that was diddling the little kids.
What a plot twist. That'd be great.
Bill, why would you go from Monica Lewinsky?
Because she was 22
child.
at the time.
Oh,
She was very young.
She was a
very young.
baby. Think about
She
the
was.
22-year-old comedians you see. Like,
Oh yeah.
she was very impressionable.
Monica Lewinsky's legacy is sucking the president's dick. Like, that's her legacy.
I follow her on Twitter. She's actively trying to rewrite it, and she's a very funny lady.
Yeah?
She
She has to be funny.
She's very funny. Very self-aware. Kind of over the whole situation, but like understands that this is where she is, but just continues to move past it. She's funny.
We're in the days of the sluts. It's like, you can own it now.
Right? She should have a podcast.
I'm surprised she doesn't, honestly. Or hasn't done comedy.
Or
yet.
those
She
girls.
must be, that's how you know she's doing well, though, because she doesn't have a podcast and hasn't done stand-up comedy. So she's
Probably
doing
got a
well
book.
in life.
She probably does a book tour, I bet.
Probably.
Did you guys see Louis' special?
What the president's
No.
dick tastes like? No.
Salty, I'd imagine.
That's the title of her book. Salty but sweet.
Oh, fuck. So did you see Louis' special?
No, because one, fuck Louis. Two, I don't really watch comedy specials.
All right, I guess
Same.
let's start with one. Why fuck Louis?
What's so special about Louis?
He's a very talented comedian that's been doing it for a really long time.
He's all right.
So fuck him? Like, that's a really extreme.
Not fuck him, but like, yeah, fuck him.
Can you elaborate?
Like, if that nigga went to jail for jerking off in front of girls, I wouldn't give two shits. If they canceled all of his comedy shows,
because of what he did.
Girls, not necessarily because of what he did. I didn't give a fuck about him before. That show, Louis, was alright. But I never, as stand-up comedy, never gave a fuck about him. And plus, that motherfucker be trying to slug around N-words and shit.
I forgot that you're stupid.
I'm stupid because of my opinion in the comedy stylings of another man?
Yeah. If your opinion isn't my opinion, you're stupid.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. That's how America works.
Yeah, that's exactly how America. No,
no.
why didn't you like Louis? The show. That show was groundbreaking.
It was okay. I said I liked it. His show was cool. I used to watch that shit, but I never fucked with his stand-up, really.
That's so.
I don't even know if I've ever seen his stand-up. Probably have.
God
but
damn it,
like,
man.
I've never seen one of his specials on Netflix or on TV, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna fucking see what Louis C.K. is talking about. Who gives a fuck what Louis C.K. is talking about?
Maybe you should watch like one of his specials.
Yeah.
All right.
He doesn't even watch any specials.
I don't.
He
Yeah,
doesn't
oh, that
wanna
was the
waste
second one.
his time.
Why
I
not?
don't. Because
There's not like a
Why?
few comics where you're like, oh, I have to see that special.
yeah, there's a few,
Who's
very few.
Who are your comics?
Chappelle, Coy, Burris,
Of course. Did you see Tom Segura's and
Chris Rock. I watched Tambourine. That shit was amazing.
I like Tambourine. Did you see Burt Kreischer and Tom Segura's?
No,
Tom Segura's was fucking fantastic.
I've seen a Tom Segura special or two on Netflix. They're cool, but I'm not like I don't really watch comedy. It's like once I started doing it, I was like, okay, I don't want to fucking sit here and watch it on TV anymore. Plus, it's like I don't want to self-consciously
Take information.
material or their style. Because when Will first came out here, he
was
was
Tom Segura.
dead ass Tom Segura.
Yeah. He
Like
still has that. a little
I
bit.
never watched Tom Segura before I met Will. So like I met Will and knew him for a while, and then watched the Tom Segura special, and I was like, oh my gosh, this nigga is. I'm watching Will right now.
No, I get you, Hannibal. Anyway, what the fuck was I going to say? Is there what mic are you gonna wanna like? What mic do you miss the most?
I think that's the obvious answer.
Hideaway.
No, nigga.
Flappers Friday night.
Last Tuesday at the Ontario Improv.
That's your favorite mic?
No.
I was about to say that's embarrassing.
Why? It's fun.
Those shows were always fun.
Yeah.
No,
It's
I
a
mean
fun-
for you,
it's a
you're not getting to
fun-ass
like
mic.
yeah, but you're not getting to like perform and shit.
I mean, I do, but I don't. It's still stage time, and I'm still working. I work on my hosting skills, and I also get to talk shit about all the comics, which is my favorite. I love
You and Will should do a podcast of like talking about the commentary, live commentary.
Oh my god, it'd be vicious.
And then you sell the tapes to the people. Like they have to buy the whole show so that they can then layer it together and figure out what's being said about who.
Fuck, that would be that.
I think it'd be fun.
No, I don't know. I don't know. What is my favorite mic? It doesn't matter to me, really.
I feel like every mic has a vibe to it.
Every mic does have a vibe. The vibe at Worthington's the last year or two has been really cool. Like it's
Weirdly
been,
supportive.
It's been what the vibe used to be at the Hideaway.
I'm gonna have to disagree, but I think I had a different perspective of the Hideaway when I first started.
I hated you. Everybody hated you when you first started.
I remember.
Yeah.
You don't have to say when you first started.
Plus, Brandy's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Brandy.
Yeah.
Her puts up with all our shit every Monday.
She's probably never gonna listen to any.
Worthington's.
She probably never listens to any of these.
No.
No, of course not. She's got better things to do.
Yeah.
She shows up.
I
every
follow
now
her
and
on
then.
Instagram. She just be getting drunk as fuck at home.
I mean, what else is there to do?
I drink more too.
I do my best to not like identify with one thing. So when comedy was put on hold, I was like, that's fine. I can do other things, but it's like I like rock climbing. I can't go do that. It's like the only other thing is to like go take a fucking walk. Like, I hope you're into that.
I've been on my Spanish.
Spanish, it's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
I've been very anti-productive this whole time. Like I've been.
You mean your whole life?
No, underachieving my whole life.
Because you can't follow through. My bad. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah, what were you saying? You've been unproductive this whole time?
Yeah, because I'm just like, whatever. Like I've been getting shit done around the house that needs to be done, but it's like, what the fuck am I gonna do?
You don't get bored, man?
I'm starting to go stir crazy a little bit, but I'm a solitude person, so I can spend 2 weeks in a cabin by myself. Like I've gone on vacations by myself. Like I've
If you
spent.
go to prison, you're gonna purposely shank someone so they put you in solitary.
Oh, I've actually had that thought a lot. Like when I go down that thought train of like, damn, what if I go to jail? I'm like, I'm just gonna get thrown in solitary confinement, stay in there. It'd be like on what was that movie, National Security, with Martin Lawrence, and white dude goes to jail.
Oh, yeah,
Cop goes to
yeah.
jail. They let him out. He's like, how much time is left on my sentence? 2 weeks. Okay, and just punches the shit out of the car. It's like,
Just
throw me back in.
Yeah, good stuff. Nah, oh fuck.
I've been drinking a lot.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, I've been drinking more. Like a lot of tequila.
I've been drinking a shit ton of beer and a couple bottles of whiskey.
Are you been drinking, George?
Not really. I don't like drinking. I've been reading a lot more.
See, but I expected that from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'm working on I'm on my third vision board.
I expected George to go in full meditation mode, and I walk in and he's levitating in the middle of the fucking
Running has become meditation.
He's gonna master flight by the time this is over. Yeah. Oh, that means you guys can't do that Spartan race. Got canceled too, huh?
They're all virtual now, so we're still trying to shoot for that stadium run though.
You know, virtual fire to jump over and a virtual rope.
I mean, there are 20 obstacles or like burpees, push-ups, mountain climbers, sit-ups, things like that.
That's stupid.
So I agree. I mean, if they were gonna give me a shirt and a medal, I'd still do it, but they're not, so they can go fuck themselves.
I'm not gonna bitch. That's a workout video.
Yeah. I'm not trying to do calisthenics. I'm trying to almost drown in mud.
Gene Simmons did this 30 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been playing a lot of I've been struggling to find new activities because I've just been doing other things more. Like I've been running more, been playing more video games, been reading more. But then it's like you can only do 4 things so many times before you want to hang yourself.
Yeah, and everything I normally do is canceled.
Yeah. I know that George has been in like full hermit mode, but have you been in contact with people other than like your family?
No, I check in with people.
Yeah?
I text people.
You don't text me.
I talk to you like once or twice a week. I don't talk to most people.
Yeah, but you don't check in on me, George.
No, I last weekend. I spent last week in Palm Springs with a couple friends. I'm going to the homie's house and shit.
Sounds like you haven't been doing quarantine at all. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like you've just been like, fuck everybody.
As we sit here.
I've been staying home. I've been staying home enough. I'm not like going out and meeting random ass people.
And there's really not many places to go anyway. Yeah.
I went to the drive-in a couple times when that was still open. Now it's closed.
Shit, that's closed now.
It was. They just closed like 2 days ago.
Fuck. Yeah. I was gonna do the drive-in too.
Yeah, it was the only thing.
You should put a fucking movie on your phone and put it in here.
I mean, I got a VR. I got a VR headset for my phone.
That was basically being in a movie theater.
And I actually just bought a new TV and the new Call of Duty a week before quarantine. It couldn't have been better timing because I'm like, it's a smart TV. I can fucking watch porn on it and shit. So I'm like,
slip that VR headset on.
Dude. No, fuck the VR. That used to be the VR headset. Now it's just a 50-inch TV. I'm like, hell yeah.
Porn and masturbation has lost all enjoyment for me. Like, I just don't have the desire to anymore.
That's because you're a fucking sex addict. So you've already...
Wouldn't I be going out finding prostitutes and shit if I was a sex addict?
No, it's just it's not enough for you. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It just doesn't do anything for you.
Well, I mean, yeah, don't you guys prefer to have regular sex?
Not always.
I mean, I'm damn near asexual. I don't really...
I think because you got raped that one time.
I've been like that before.
Okay, Alec.
But I don't really like. I don't really like.
Let it out.
I don't jack off a lot. I don't like.
No.
I never said I don't jack off a lot. I just.
I go through like. I'll go like a couple months sometimes without ever busting.
You're
that.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah,
person.
man. You're a monster.
And I don't ever think about it or realize it, and then like I'll bust
punch a hole in some drywall on accident. You're like Goku when he first became Super Saiyan, just crushing glasses. You're like, oh shit, I gotta let some of this out.
I don't know. I just never. It's weird, and when I tell people this, they're like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?"
Yeah, there's something wrong with you, man.
It's a distraction.
What?
Sex.
Masturbating? Sex?
A
distraction from what?
From important things.
What is important?
Sex
for you?
is the number one cause for lack of follow through.
Come nap.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be productive. It's 10 o'clock. Beat off. Good night.
Yep.
I'll see you at 3.
It's like I'm gonna get high and then I'm gonna jack off and then your day's done.
Yeah.
Wait, when do you get high and jack off though? What time? Is it like 9 a.m.?
It's not a schedule.
Fuck no,
just
nigga. I don't
regularly.
sleep at 9 a.m. Bro, I don't wake. Today is the first day I have woken up before 2 p.m. and I don't know how long.
When shit goes back to normal, your sleep schedule's gonna be fucked.
My sleep schedule's already been fucked, and yeah, it's gonna be. But I don't work a lot. I don't work a lot of mornings, so it's not gonna be that bad.
I don't know. Because it was raining, for like a week?
It feels like it rained all. It's been raining all of quarantine.
Yeah, I feel I felt the sadness seep in because I couldn't go outside on like day 3. Like I felt depression sink in, and I was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna stay in bed and do nothing." Okay.
Yeah, it's like, oh.
And then I went outside, and I was like, "Oh, we have to do this. We're supposed to be outside. Like it's a requirement." It's nice though. I see a lot more people walking.
Yeah, there's a
more
lot of people
walking their
today.
dogs. I don't think it should have taken a pandemic though for everyone to realize that you should go walking once in a while.
Yeah, now they learn. Maybe
They won't though. I think they'll just go back to the regular.
Everybody's gonna go back to
you know,
normal.
It's just we have time now. No one has to drive to work, drive home. For a lot of people, it's 4 hours of their day.
Yeah, then you don't
What
want
the
to do
fuck?
shit. Yeah, it's 4 hours of your day to go spend 8 hours of your day slaving.
Yeah, and then your kid comes home. I'm hungry. Too fucking bad. And then you go to
Well,
bed.
George is gonna be a great dad.
I know parents are so mad right now.
People are getting beat. Kids are getting
their ass.
Oh, yeah.
whooped.
Good. Maybe they'll learn some fucking respect.
Oh no, man.
Tired of these
Actually,
World Star videos disrespecting their geometry teacher because they don't know the subject.
Yeah,
Smack those kids.
bro, I can't wait to see how many babies are born in 9 months.
I think there's gonna be an uptick in abortions.
No, abortion clinics are closed.
No,
But-
afterwards.
No, because it's gonna be too late.
But fucking hanger sales all time.
Yeah,
high.
hanger sales
Those
are going
shot
up.
up.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of dents in people's staircases.
Contractors are putting in staircases to nowhere like it's the Winchester Mystery House.
No, I hope there's not like a surge in birth, but I can totally see that happen.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Both of you a question.
Okay.
What's your big plan or the buddy system's big plan after this is over? Like, are you guys coming back with some like special shit, or are you just gonna resume normal activities like nothing happened?
You want to go first, George?
I mean, probably a little bit of both. We will do special stuff, but getting back on the grind, like we're not innovators. The buddy system's not like, here's something new that we should all be doing. We've always been just, a platform for people to grow.
Slow your roll. I didn't call y'all innovators.
That's what I'm saying. That's like, we're not. That's not our deal isn't to come out and be like, look at this new,
Look at
look
this.
at what we create. No, it's like, all right, we have a job. We have
Yeah,
a
no, I'm not talking
responsibility.
about creating shit. I'm just
So-
talking about like I just imagine like when this is over, like everybody's gonna want to fucking party. Like there's like I
Probably.
just picture like there's gonna be a lot of big ass parties and shit,
Probably.
and then everybody's gonna get corona all again.
I think for me personally, I guess buddy system related is just to manage my time better because now I've had the opportunity to reprioritize things and to just be more productive.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I want to crank out more material on the same grind that we were on, which is what I'm trying to do, and I'm failing miserably.
It'll come, bro.
See, I know it will, but it's not quick enough.
I was halfway expecting Aaron to have like a crazy ass list of shit he wants to do and ideas.
Yeah, but that's not new. He always has a crazy.
I know.
ass
That's
list
why
of
I was.
ideas.
That's why I was like, he has nothing to do now. He's just sitting at home.
The irony is it's the opposite. I'm doing the opposite of what George is doing.
You're just doing nothing. You're just
Nothing. Like I'm working on Spanish. I work out. I have planned. We've been making podcasts. We're making music. Like I'm doing
but
things.
you're chilling.
Yeah. When it comes to comedy and the buddy system, right now I could give a fuck about the buddy system right now. Like I don't.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. When Rona's over, so is the buddy system. Aaron
it's
doesn't
gonna be
care
the end.
anymore.
No, I just don't have to worry about comics. It's like
I mean, you never have to worry about comics.
But when you're
Fuck them
producing,
niggas.
when you're producing shows and you have to worry about them being on time or not running the light or causing problems.
Yeah, you don't know how to like chill
Well, now I do. But
because you have no choice, nigga.
Yeah, that's
because there's nothing there to stress you out.
yeah, that was.
But
the
as
thing.
soon as there is, you're gonna go. I'm pretty sure the first week you were looking for shit to stress about.
No, I that's why I'm working just on myself. That's like the whole thing is finding that balance. And in the same way when I was like being an asshole about you moving out, moving out required me to learn a bunch of skills because it was difficult, and then shit went haywire and I had to go back. But I still have those skills, so when I move out, I know how to handle it.
You know what your problem is?
What's my problem?
He doesn't
don't
have
do
a
enough.
shirt on.
That too. That's been.
Oh, you
I've
got used to it. I should put more Purell.
Well,
on
because I've been looking like over you.
it. What's my problem?
You don't do enough drugs.
Oh, I'm excited for this. Okay, I'm listening.
You need to do more drugs.
Which
man. You need more
drugs?
in your life?
Which drugs and why, Alex?
Specifically the psychedelic kind.
Okay.
I mean, or whatever drugs. Just don't do meth.
Should
speed,
fire
crack.
off on some DMT. I bet that'll change your life
DMT.
for a
Yeah.
month.
What?
Don't be scared to try drugs, man.
Why do you think? Wait. Okay. What is in your head right now? What do you think?
Because just like how you're saying, it's a learning. You experience the shit. It's a learning experience. It's a learning experience. Enjoy life. Drugs teach you how to have fun and enjoy your life. Don't go overboard and go do like meth and like crazy ass tweaker type drugs. But like they got party drugs and shit like psychedelics, mainly psychedelics, mushrooms,
He's
acid.
trying to talk you into poppers right now as well.
those make your butthole loose.
You didn't know? You don't know about my last mushroom trip?
No, I didn't.
Oh yeah, because you don't talk to me.
You don't. Bitch, phone works two ways.
Yeah, I used to try to contact you, and then I gave up.
I know. I would. What did I not respond if you contacted me or something?
Yeah.
When? Were you texting me?
Yeah.
I never get text messages from you.
Because I stopped.
Do you have?
This is like
I don't
couples
even.
therapy
I don't
for emotional
ever even
abuse.
remember having your number.
I know.
Are you sure you were texting the right person, bro? Because
Just
people
texted
like
some dude.
no people
Keep
tell
calling
me
your
this
brother the N word for no reason.
People tell me this shit a lot. Like, oh, bro, like I texted you, you never responded. I called you. I'm like, I didn't get a call or a text message.
Okay, who's the constant then?
The cricket phone that he has, it doesn't have any numbers on it.
I have Verizon. Like,
I thought you were still rocking the what is that? The Sidekick.
Those
nah,
are
man.
dope.
Nah, man, I got that Samsung Note 10 something whatever.
No, I when it comes to the drugs and shit, like I do mushrooms probably like once or twice a year, and
That's not enough.
okay.
Yo, Mike Tyson does DMT like
Daily.
6 times a year. They're like, you should space it out. He's like,
Mike Tyson's a fucking
I
animal.
got this.
But yeah,
Calls it the toad.
Nah, man.
For the
drugs, you should eat mushrooms at least like 6 times a year.
okay. Well, I'm good at the 2 I have right now.
Every other month.
All right. Oh Jesus. All right. Well, either way, no.
It gets better every time, and you build a tolerance for it every time. So every time you're not going to be super fucked up, and every time you're going to learn more because you're going to be more accustomed to the high and the feeling. So you experience and learn more on a deeper level because you're more comfortable with it. It is a very great learning tool. Get high, nigga.
Okay. No, I when it comes to the buddy system and myself and shit, like I just don't have to. Right now I don't have to worry about people, so I can truly worry about myself, fix whatever holes and sew up whatever.
Perfect time to do drugs.
Okay. Sew up whatever I need to sew up, and then when
I
I
know
go,
how Alec is paying his bills.
I know, right? And then when I go back, whenever we go back to mics and shows, I will have a new way I handle things. Like even right now, my experience with you guys is different. The way I'm thinking about it is
you're
different.
fucking shirts off. And you
that is not
and
different.
you
I've
put
been
hand sanitizer on like it was lotion.
I've been naked on stage. This is not different. The shirt being off is not different.
Naked on stage. Oh, you did that under a show in Vegas. I forgot.
Yeah, fun stuff.
No,
man, like even this interaction is different for me because I just think about things different.
So you guys coming back with like whole new set, or you guys coming back with like same old shit?
That depends. I've been trying to crank out 5 minutes a month. We'll see how it works. You know how you write 5 and then you perform 2.5. So, but my goal has been to come out with some new shit. And if this quarantine lasts long, then I just have more new shit. We'll see. I've been punching up a lot of old shit too. So,
see, that's what I haven't figured out yet. Is because it's like I'm gonna need all my old shit's gonna need a touch up and a refresher.
yeah.
But it's like, but I also do
I think
wanna
anyone
do
that's
new shit.
shamed, like, yeah, you're gonna have your jokes. You're gonna have to sharpen them up again. They're gonna be dull, but like, there's no reason you can't do your old shit.
Yeah.
I think it's when we're 6 months post quarantine and you're still only doing your old shit is when the problem comes in.
Yeah, that's when it's like, all right, bro, come on. That's
Because you have to sandwich new jokes between old ones.
I mean, I can think of a few comics now that 6 months, a year, still running the same shit at every open mic, and it's like
It's fucking annoying.
it's like, dude, it's like word for word. It's like at least change the cadence. Like you're not changing anything about it.
I think it's a fear of failure. Like knowing that, okay, I know this at least kind of works, and
well,
if I
then
change it up,
why are you even fucking here if you're scared to fail?
I agree.
Get the fuck out.
Hey, Alec, we agreed about something.
Get the fuck out.
Aaron and Alec agree.
I would high five you if we were allowed to touch.
He just hand sanitized. He's good.
Yeah, man, I
He
fucking body sanitized.
Yeah.
The fact that he sanitized his body tells me he hasn't washed his body.
I take a lot more showers now because I just.
Because you're jacking off all the fucking time.
You take a shower after you jack off? I like to seep in the shame. I like to make sure I feel it. You know, really get the.
I mean, no, I don't shower because usually if I jack off, it's super late and I'm like trying to go to sleep. So I'm like, I'm just gonna fucking rub one out and lay down. But nah, I still shower normal. I mean, probably a little less now because I used to shower often because I'm do shit and I'm sweating. But nigga, I'll go a whole day without showering.
Yeah, like a day or two in a quarantine, I can see that. But
No, I mean, we're not supposed to shower every day anyways. It's not good for the oils in our skins.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, that was so woke.
I mean, it's basic human anatomy.
Do you have dreadlocks?
Yeah, man.
God damn.
No, I have locks.
Oh, my bad.
See, you can't call them dreadlocks,
Yeah,
brother.
I heard
See,
that.
because the word dread, what do you think of when you think of dread? You think of dark, dreary shit.
I
You
think
think
of-
like, damn, here come that nigga Darren. You dread his arrival.
I was gonna say that movie Judge Dredd, but I guess we have different life experiences.
I mean, well, we have different understandings of the English language, apparently.
Like I have a degree in communication, and you're.
I just said, what do you think of when you hear the word dread, and you brought up a fucking comic book movie?
Yeah. You asked me the fucking question. I answered the question.
2 comic book movies, for the record.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
Wasn't it a remake?
There's one.
Yeah, there was the one with the Resident Evil girl, and then there's one. Oh no, Cersei, and then there's one with Sylvester Stallone.
The original Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah. How do you plead? Not guilty.
I haven't seen either
I
one.
knew you'd
You
say
would
that.
you would love the second one. I don't know about the first
I
one.
don't
Did
know
you
shit
see The
about
Raid?
The Raid.
Yeah, that Sri Lankan, Malaysian martial arts movie where they basically have to go up floor by floor to get to the boss on the top level.
No.
That's basically the movie, but
Sounds
it's like
like
a
Mortal
SWAT team.
Kombat.
Basically, but it's a SWAT team, and they're trying to clear out a drug house, and the boss is at the top level, so they have to go floor
Basically.
by floor.
No, it sounds like something I
Is-
could get behind.
Fucking dope for fight choreography, but Judge Dredd, the new one, is basically that.
Did you guys see Parasite?
Yeah.
Nope.
Ooh.
I didn't know what
Parasite's dope.
Parasite was until the award shit started popping.
You should
I
watch
never heard
Parasite,
anybody mention Parasite until it got a Grammy or whatever it got. I don't even. What is it?
It's a movie from
North
South
Korean
Korea.
propaganda.
Yeah.
Okay, but what is it?
I don't want to spoil it. Like you should watch it for.
Yeah, I think you should
You
go
can't
in
tell me
blind.
what the fuck the movie is.
No. Like the
like just go. You want me to go watch this movie with no context whatsoever
Absolutely.
to what the movie
I'm
is
dead
about?
serious. Yes.
Kind of.
Yeah. You should do that.
Kind of. If you're
Okay,
curious
now I
about
want to
it.
watch it.
Yeah.
I have.
No, I want to watch it because I like going into movies not knowing much. Like I want to see a preview, but just show me the bare minimum. in the
You shouldn't
preview.
even see a preview of this movie. I have it on Blu-ray if you want to borrow it.
Yeah, because I'm like I would never watch it because I'm like I have no idea what the fuck it is. I have no incentive to watch it.
I'm gonna do Postmates after this, so I can drop it off if you need me to.
Oh, cool. I'll order some bakers,
He's gonna ask you for a tip too.
Right.
bro. I've been hooked on their milkshakes. They got you get chocolate and banana, bro. Fire.
I can't. I want to, but I can't.
Yes, you can.
I can't. It's in the middle of a quarantine. I can't. I'm already getting fat. It's fine.
Bitch,
He runs like
drink a
7.
milkshake. Yeah, you.
I was thinking about trying to run 7 today, dude. I read fucking Cameron Haynes posted on his Instagram that if he shoots for 20, he'll run 26. But on the daily, he runs 14 to 16 miles.
Who the fuck is this guy?
This fucking bow hunting maniac that's friends with Joe Rogan.
14 miles daily.
A day. I don't drive 14 miles to work. Like, what?
How long does it take him to do it?
I don't know, but he's got a regular 8-hour job, too.
What the?
I don't know how he fucking does it.
What does he do for his normal job?
He just works a government job.
This man works 8 hours a day and runs 14 miles.
I'm not
is
saying
it like 14 consecutive miles?
Oh yeah. This is a run for him. One go. One time.
What is wrong with people?
It's crazy. But I want his time management skills because he wakes up early and he'll usually bang out his run. But then he goes back to sleep. And according to Whoop, my $30 subscription on my fitness lifestyle, when you go to sleep after a workout, as long as you hit REM, as long as it's like an hour-long sleep, your body starts repairing the damage it did. So you're kind of cheating the system by taking a short nap between workouts because then you get extra boost of human growth hormone.
So this nigga got time to run 14 miles and take a nap before work.
Yeah. And he's probably running it at like a 6-7 mile pace as well. So it's a long run, but it's not nearly as long as we would.
Is runner's high really that good?
It can be, I guess, for him. I'll let you know when I find it. I don't think it exists.
I'll just smoke weed.
Yeah,
Drink alcohol. It's a little easier.
Oh, yeah, I hate running.
Dude, how do you think fucking alcoholics are handling? Like, how do you think Joel Powers is handling some shit like this?
Great. Fucking.
I didn't even think about that, but he's...
As long as there's no alcohol, right? As long as he doesn't have cocaine in there.
He's going to be so fucking jacked, though, when we come back. Because you know this man's doing nothing but working out all day.
Maybe the gyms are closed.
He'll figure out. Yeah. He'll lift his dog up and just fucking fuck bump. Yeah, man. He's gonna be buff as fuck. Who do you think is gonna get buff, other than Joel?
Joel's the only one that'll be buff.
The rest of us are just gonna get fat and fluffy.
What if we come back and Nick Laney's a beast?
I would make sure.
Are you saying Nick Laney's a pussy now? I don't think even if I was in a bad mood, I would pick on someone like Nick Laney.
I'm not picking on him. I'm saying that he's not a beast, but if he came back Johnny Bravo style, like
if he came back swole,
yeah, you know, like
all cut up and lean and shit
with a beard,
like he just if he came back like he just spent the last 12 months in prison and we were living our normal lives.
I want Nick to come back with tattoos. He knows how to play the guitar. Fucks people.
Bunch of stick and pokes.
Yeah. I love Nick Laney. I miss Nick Laney.
I miss the whole community.
Yeah.
I miss the scene. I miss the activity. I was saying before we started that comedy's like my chosen family. You know, how you choose you have that chosen father and your birth father. Yeah, it's like unfortunately I've chosen a bunch of degenerates, but whatever. It's fun and I enjoy it, so I miss everything about it.
I'm excited to hang out after a mic in in a parking structure.
I might actually do that less.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Productivity. For productivity's sake. My sleep's been on point. I get 7 to 9 hours of sleep. I feel great. My Whoop says I have 60 to 90% recovery daily. And so I'm going to try and keep that. Sleeping has been the biggest game changer. Sleeping right, sleeping proper, and for the amount of time that you need is
I do have a lot more energy.
That's 40% of what makes me me. If I don't have that, consider me operating at 60% at best.
I feel like you're going to be David Doggins after this is over.
This guy's a maniac.
You're not far from it.
No, I'm not. I mean, I am. I'm not.
I don't know if you've noticed, but you're the only person that's doing the running challenge almost.
No, Will still runs. Aaron goes on his walks. He runs occasionally.
You go on walks?
My dog, man.
Oh.
All the time.
Yeah, he's got to get away from his family, dude. His dog is in shape. He's like, let's go. That's the 6th time today.
Yeah, because you can't go to no sex clubs or nothing no more.
I can't get my energy out that way. That's how I work out.
Bro, that's so... Man, I went to Starbucks yesterday and got a Trenta iced coffee. I don't know why the fuck I did that, because that was a mistake.
Why?
Because there's a lot of coffee to have no way to burn off.
Yeah.
Work out, man.
No.
Oh, okay.
What? My workout is like, nigga, I'm going to do push-ups and pull-ups.
No, get some cardio in.
Do body. Fuck cardio.
Oh, okay.
Skateboarding is my cardio.
Well, that fucked up your knees last time, didn't it?
They're closed. Running fucks my knees up, too.
Oh, maybe you should just stop being a bitch.
Everything makes my knees hurt.
All right, old man. How old are you?
It's because all the Dixie sucks.
27?
27? And your knees are fucking.
Was there a question mark there?
Yeah.
Again, time is relative, and it means nothing. Do you actually think time is linear, Alec?
What does that even mean? Like, that sounds like a stupid question.
Like, time is...
time is not linear to you?
No. If you could step outside of time and, like, watch it, it would be you'd be watching it like a movie.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think that.
Because there's alternate timelines. Have you been watching fucking time travel movies or something?
You should watch Primer.
I'm gonna watch Primer definitely.
Because it's like, yeah, in a scenario like that, if you know of somebody traveling back in time and altering a timeline or alternate timelines, if you know of it, then no, time is not linear. But in each of those timelines, it's still gonna be linear. No matter what it is, it's still going to progress in one way. You're not going to fucking watch a video of your life and start as an adult and then watch a few years from your teenagers and then all of a sudden you're a baby.
But you're still looking at it linearly. You're going backwards and forwards. You're looking at it as if it's a straight line. And I think that everyone's perception of time is so subjective that if you were to go out, it wouldn't be a line. It would just be kind of spherical. It would be...
Do you think time is wibbly wobbly, sort of timey wimey stuff? Is that are you Doctor Who? Is that what you're saying right now?
Is this the same man that just bragged about having 2 college degrees?
Yeah.
From ITT Tech. That's what happens.
That doesn't
okay?
understand the concept of time.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys need to open your third eyes.
Nigga,
you guys are...
You don't even do enough drugs to open your third eye.
So let me get this straight. You do all these drugs and you can't fathom the idea of time not being linear.
No.
Explain to me why time is not linear.
I'm saying that your
can't
perception
explain
of
it, you don't
time. I'm saying your
understand it.
perception of time is subjective. So everyone's perception of it is going to be different.
Your perception of time is not subjective. Time itself is subjective.
Which means your perspective.
Everybody
of it is
has the
subjective.
same perspective on time, except for your dumbass. You probably think the Earth is flat too.
Are you fucking
But
ridiculous?
time is-
Wait. So time is subjective, but all of our perceptions of it are objective. Is that what you're saying?
No, time is subjective, but everybody has the same fucking everybody views time the same way.
Why? What
But
makes you think
time
that?
is a made up. Time is a construct of man. We created time.
Keep going.
Nigga, it's 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock,
We
2
created
o'clock, 3
time?
o'clock. Yeah,
We created representations for time for us to understand it.
that's what the fuck I mean.
Oh God damn it, Alec, you're so stupid.
How
I
am
wanna
so-
know why
how
you
am I
think
stupid?
time is not
because
linear.
you couldn't understand.
so
you couldn't
you're
grasp
saying
that.
so
me
you're saying
that.
that's like saying in the same concept that language is not real. We made the words we're speaking. We made them up
We did.
to create an idea or a thought.
We did.
But the idea
We
and thought
created
itself, there are no words for it. Like the table, we just made the word table.
So you've this whole time you've been living your life in a circle, in a repetitive circle, where you become a baby again, and then an adult and a baby again.
I guess if
and
you're
going
Hindu.
in a circle,
But it's like-
or are you saying your whole life you've been jumping around like Ashton Kutcher in The Butterfly Effect?
Do you remember?
Good movie.
Great
yeah,
movie.
really good movie. Do you remember? Ashton Kutcher is so slept on.
Yeah,
For real.
He used to be. I mean,
Yeah.
he did Dude, Where's My Car? Whatever, dude.
And then he did The Ranch, which is upsetting. But you remember the dress thing that was going on, the gold versus blue dress?
Mhm.
Okay, so people's perception of it was different. I think it was objectively like blue or something.
I still don't understand that shit.
It's like something with your retinas.
It was gold. It was gold. I think. Was
For
the
you,
true
it was
color.
gold. For me, it
No,
was
I
blue.
think the actual color of the dress was like white, or in gold or something like that. But yeah, I still don't understand that shit.
It has something to do with your retinas or something. I don't know. But what I'm saying is that your experience of
Mandela
time.
effect.
What's up?
Isn't that like a Mandela effect?
That's the
Also-
Bernstein Bears thing. Bernstein Bears,
Yeah.
or that the Monopoly guy has a monocle versus he doesn't have a monocle.
Yeah.
But what I'm
Glitch
saying,
in the Matrix, bro. That's an example right there.
what is?
Mandela effects. I think that Mandela effects are like a glitch in the Matrix.
So you think we're in a Matrix thing right now?
We're always in the Matrix thing. But I'm just saying the idea of how people are like, oh, it's the Bernstein Bears or it's this, and every Mandela effect is like a glitch in the Matrix.
I want to know why Aaron doesn't think time is linear.
He can't explain it.
I know.
He's
That's
been trying to.
because the problem is because you guys are too stupid. No, but the
Nigga, you're the one that doesn't think time is linear.
No, I don't think time is linear. I think time is subjective.
So what is time?
Time is you can't. It's not tangible.
Yes, no, it's not tangible.
Right, so
But
you
that
making
doesn't-
it
but that
linear
doesn't
makes
mean
it
it's not
tangible.
linear. Nigga, we made clocks.
So we made the
And
idea.
watches.
That doesn't matter.
Which makes it linear.
No, we made
And
the,
their clocks. The clocks are
we
based off
made
of the sun.
idea of time specific. We used words for it, but it in and of itself, if you didn't have language, if you didn't have clocks, in and of itself, time is not tangible. You're making it tangible with your words.
Okay, you're saying, but you say it's not linear. If you say it's not linear, then what is it? Is it spherical?
No, man, it is beyond what you can understand. It's a concept.
I think you don't understand.
You
time.
don't. Yes, it's beyond what you can understand, but it only progresses in one way.
Your perception of it progresses in one
It's
way.
not. It's not.
No,
the
you're wrong. I will
perception
tell
of
you
it.
now that you are wrong because time is measurable.
Yeah.
We created measurements for it.
No.
We created
Time-
measurements for it.
You're not listening
Time, it's
to
not
me.
itself. It's
time,
not measurable.
Time is not. Space and time in mathematics are the same variable. There is a measurable cause and effect to things. Those are the same variable. When you plan an event, if you can have all that, you can tell me where the venue is. You can tell me, you're giving me a specific point. But without time, there's no measurement point. You're just giving me information. You need time to experience things.
I'm not saying that time doesn't exist. You're saying
But you can only experience time forward.
yeah,
you-
we can
in a
experience
line. In a
experience it forward. We experience it that way. But that doesn't necessarily mean it is that way. Like, we are experiencing it.
If we experience it, nigga, if it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, it's
Right,
a
but that
duck.
same logic people use for the Earth being flat however many years ago. I'm really disappointed that people think it now, but their experience
you're
of the
talking about
Earth,
two
shut up.
different-
People experience of the Earth was flat, right? We experience it flat. That doesn't mean the Earth is flat. We're too close to the elephant
That's not what
to
you're
see
talking
it.
about.
That's
I'm
yeah.
saying-
You're talking about the opposite.
You're talking about something that is. You're not talking about a tangible thing that is an object. The Earth is an actual object that we can't see. We don't see the Earth from space. Time is something that we experience and live through.
Right. You're experiencing it. Your experiences are subjective.
Every year you have a birthday and you get older.
We establish
moving
what birthdays are.
forward. Yes, time only moves forward.
Your experience
How
of
is
it
that not
feels that way.
linear?
Your experience of it feels that way.
What
it's
is
a
your-
subjective
I
thing.
think we're asking him the wrong question.
Yeah, maybe.
No, I think he's trying to explain time dilation.
What
I
is
guess.
your,
But he
what is
doesn't
your
understand.
But I'm
definition
saying-
of linear?
I'm saying, like, what's a good example?
What is time dilation?
It's like because time and space is a fabric that you can bend. So most often in universal like terms, they measure things by the speed of light. So time and like light speed is a measurement of time, but technically it is a measurement of speed. Do you get that? The amount of
Yeah.
like light speed is the amount of feet, whatever unit it travels. I think it's 186,000 miles per second. And they use that as a measurement because distances are so vast. Because time, when gravity is involved, in itself does shift. Your perspective does shift. You can see time dilation in stars, like when you can see the light bend around it, which means it's going to take X amount of seconds longer for that light to get to your eye than it would have if that star wasn't there. So yes, time is bending, but it's still moving forward in a measurable way.
I think that we have the ability to measure it. We can put words to it because we're doing it. But I'm saying that if you were to able to step out of it, like if it's like the edge of the universe. Like stepping out of the edge of the universe, you can see more. Like
Do you have a time
like
machine in your garage too?
He's like, you're saying a lot of things that I want to say right now.
it's like what is that? What is the light? It's a particular type of light.
Photon?
No, maybe. But there's types of light, like fuck, man, it's red.
LEDs?
No.
Infrared?
Is it infrared?
Popo.
Where you can't see infrared without.
Yeah, we can only see visible light.
Right, we can't. Okay, so what I'm saying is right now we can experience time the way we're experiencing it. I'm not saying you're wrong in that we're experiencing it linearly. I get that, but our own experiences, if we were given the opportunity or the ability, if there's some sort of technology for it, to step out of it, just to step out of time.
So a time machine.
Your fantasy that you're arguing this in is false.
Okay.
If you step outside of the edge of the universe, if you step out that very last particle that you step out of, and now you exist in that space where the universe doesn't exist, you don't see anything.
How do you know?
Because light hasn't reached there yet. The only reason the universe is still expanding is because light is moving.
So then what is...
So if you step out and you try to look back, you don't see anything because you're outside of time now. You're outside of everything that ever happened ever.
Right. So, okay. So
See,
perfect. So you
he's
can't...
smart.
Shut up. So shut the fuck up like you're somebody, like you just made a point. You were just riding on his fucking coattails, you fucking moron. Anyway,
not.
so what you're saying is if you were to step outside the universe and look back, you wouldn't see anything.
You're trying, if you step out, yes, I guess,
Okay.
in your layman terms.
Okay, so in my layman terms, if you step outside of the universe, you look back at the universe, you can't see anything because, can you
on
elaborate that part?
The light don't
The light
reach.
doesn't
You,
reach your
you
eye.
don't get to talk. You don't get to say a goddamn thing. He's making points that are reasonable.
That's like
you
if-
can shut the
I'm
fuck up.
understanding
If we
his
could,
points.
if
and
I
you're
had a
not.
flashlight and we could slow down time to where light only traveled 1 inch per second, if we could do that, what you were trying to do is step in front of that beam. Now, because that light hasn't traveled that distance to your eye yet, because it's still right in front of the flashlight when you turn it on, you don't see the light.
Wait. What am I in front of the
If
the
you're
flashlight? or
what you're
behind
trying
the flashlight?
what you're trying to do, if someone turns on the flashlight,
Okay.
what you're trying to do as the guy's trying to step out of time
Yeah.
is to beat the light to its destination. You're trying to get between that flashlight beam and my wall.
Oh, that's impossible.
But if you could slow down time where the light only traveled 1 inch per second, you could theoretically do that. But the problem is you couldn't physically see the light because the light still has to travel to
hasn't
your
got
eye.
there.
So you're
Time
not
is
perceiving
linear.
time. You're
So-
out of time. You're trying to measure something that you can no longer measure.
Right, and I'm saying because you are out of it doesn't mean that time isn't there anymore. It doesn't mean that the experience of it linearly.
That's a hard word to say.
Is there like, am I okay to park right here?
As long as it's not red.
Okay.
There's plenty of tow trucks that go through. As long as you're on a curb that's not painted red, you're fine.
linearly. Jesus, say it.
Literally?
Linear roll?
Is that even a word?
Lin-Manuel Miranda. I want to. You know what? I'm just gonna look into what. Can you? What is it? If you were to like describe the science of it, what is the type of science? So I can look into it on myself.
That's just physics.
Physics. Okay, I'll look into it.
Time dilation, I think.
Time
is what
dilation. Okay.
You're trying to conceptualize,
Time dilation.
and it's admirable, but it's also astronomy 101.
He's just trying to be too woke.
Shut the fuck
This man
up,
over here
Alec.
trying to be woke as fucking shit. Over here sounding like an idiot.
No, I
Shut
think
the
he's trying to
fuck up.
conceptualize things that are outside of his space. So he needs, like, he separates everything, which is cool. I mean, not a lot of people like to reach that far, but if you're gonna go that far with some information.
Yeah.
That's how the Earth gets.
Real-
Okay, hold
real
on.
science
George can
knowledge.
talk shit. You can't say a goddamn word, Alec.
I'm pretty sure 15 minutes ago you just talked shit to me because I have 2 college degrees.
I don't give a fuck about degrees. Degrees don't matter. I bullshitted my way through. I just say I have degrees because I put the money into it.
but you always bring them up like
Yeah.
it's an accolade to your smarts.
Oh no, it's not. I don't think having a degree is any sort of representation
Degree don't mean
inherently.
I
shit
take
of
my smarts from
someone's-
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Don't we all?
I hear he's an asshole, but whatever.
Is he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He used to be a wrestler, and he's a super smart. Yeah, I'd be an asshole too.
He used to be a wrestler.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
He used to be a wrestler.
Yeah. He used to be
Oh,
yoked in high school.
Hold on.
Yeah,
He's
No.
smart. I mean, he's
He's smart
smarter
and
than
he's
every.
strong.
He's smarter than every person in every room he walks into.
basically. And if
those
he's
people
not,
are
he's
usually-
as smart as that
Yeah,
person.
those people are usually assholes.
So whatever, you're smart. That's
and I
cool.
understand it because it's like if you're smarter than everybody, it's like, oh my
Shut
gosh, you
the
guys are
fuck up.
fucking idiots. Like
Yeah.
everybody has to.
Yeah,
get
he's
on
a
your
handsome
nerves.
dude. Neil deGrasse
You
Tyson
don't
is
know what Neil deGrasse Tyson looks like?
he a manly man.
Shit.
Yeah.
Got some
That
biceps
nigga
going on.
yoked.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still low key buff right now.
Get you one that can do both is what I'm saying.
He's got
What?
that fucking afro, that old school afro, that
He's-
black
bro,
power
he still got that.
afro.
He still looks the same right now.
He aged very well.
Star Talks. That's a good talk about
Um,
time. You should
But
check
no,
it out.
but like
Star Talks is
Star
that
Talks.
a YouTube?
It's a podcast. It's a show that they do on YouTube, so there's commercials and stuff, but it's also a podcast that they upload and it's free.
I like YouTube. I like watching YouTube shit better than podcasts.
same.
I live on YouTube.
Having like a visual is really nice.
I live on YouTube, bro. Donut Media, that's my shit.
But no, degrees don't. I think AA, BA doesn't mean shit. I think when you get to like
A degree doesn't mean shit unless it's something that you need to actually perform your job.
yeah.
Like a
I
doctor.
think when you get to doctorates and PhDs, then you're seeing something.
Some
but
of them.
the BA
all
is
of them.
diluted to meaning nothing at this point. I mean,
it just means you went and paid a bunch of money to read a bunch of books.
I just throw that. I mean, I didn't read anything, but I just I just throw
He's
that
like,
shit
it's
out
sign
there.
language.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Dude, written sign language sucks.
I bet.
Oh,
written English
sign
sucks.
language?
Yeah, it's called glossing.
They can't read?
Who, deaf people?
Can't they? They don't fucking read regular English?
I don't want to. Basically,
Just give me a short answer.
yeah, the short answer of it is a lot of deaf people are illiterate because they didn't get to learn language until like 10,
Oh yeah,
12 years
you
old.
told me. Yeah, because
And
their
then
parents are
pieces of shit. Yeah, yeah. And then
Yeah, deaf people are assholes too.
then the language itself.
How do you mitigate that though? So do you have you have to teach your kids sign language when it's developing, as well as trying to teach your kid like a visual B-O-B is Bob, but
Flashcards.
they also don't have the word, like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a weird disconnect if you can't, because I feel like to learn a language you have to hear it. Right?
Sort of. It's
To learn
like
the
Unless you're all retarded.
only to learn the context of the language, that's why I think most deaf people are assholes, because they don't know context.
it's a lot of stuff.
We're just
but
bullying now.
Yeah.
no, okay. So with with the language thing, you have to. It's like learning other languages in that you have to be doing it when you're young, right? But the problem is it's a direct thing. So if you had completely neglectful parents, but you're hearing, and they never spoke a word to you, but you had the TV, you had the radio, other people around you, you're still going to learn something. Mm-hmm. And with sign language, the problem is you have to directly say, like, this, like, we're teaching you this. So you don't... It's weird. It gets really weird. It's like
Like you have to present.
Yeah,
It's not just having a conversation. You have to be like, look at fucking this. Are you looking?
yeah, it's like cup. This is a cup.
Well, isn't there like flashcards that you?
The problem, but the parents don't give a shit.
I know.
So they're not teaching their kid, and then their kid goes out in the world, and they can't take in information.
Yeah, because they don't
That's
know
not
what the fuck's going on.
Right, but like
They're just in their own world.
yeah, you can't leave the house and then people start signing all of a sudden. So you just don't take in enough information. You end up becoming fucking really ignorant because of that. So, but yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, degrees don't mean shit. Especially bachelor's.
School don't mean shit.
Shit doesn't mean shit.
Only reason I graduated high school is because of my mama.
All right, hold on. Wait, what? How? What?
The only reason I
She
graduated
blew
high
my
school
principal. And
Is that Forrest Gump situation? Is that how you?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
No, none of my other. I'm the second youngest of 6, and none of my siblings have high school diplomas, and I was the last hope. So and my mom was like, "You gotta get, you're gonna graduate."
All right, let me backtrack on my education statements here. I think you should get a high school diploma. Like that's bare minimum. You need that.
It's not necessary though.
I'm
You
listening.
need the human interaction and the learning experiences, but a high school education is dog shit. I don't know what high school you went to, but the high
White
school
people high school.
education for the most part, even in the nicest school, unless it's like a private school, any public high school education is dog shit. They don't teach you any useful information.
Well, all right.
You learn more from the life experience that you get going to school than you do from the subject matter.
I think that there's a difference between practical knowledge and like when you say useful, you mean it's not practical. Like me knowing a lot about the Civil War era is not a practical knowledge.
None of it's practical. You learn how to you should learn how to read, write, and do basic math.
Uh-huh.
After that, it doesn't make any fucking sense.
No, I disagree there. That like the
Language arts is like a necessary one.
no things like history is necessary and important as well. Like understanding how things have come to be is important. Like stretching out that the
Stretching the
concepts.
thought. Yeah, I loved history. That was the one subject I liked, but it's still useless.
It's not useless. Having the knowledge about it is not useless.
Yes,
It makes you a well-rounded person. It's like
it
it's the same reason why I respect George's response because he had a response, whereas you're a fucking idiot.
sounded like
that's
he's
not
smart.
even a that's not in itself a response.
What do you mean?
Because you're an idiot. I like George's response because it was.
It's a real
Well,
like
spoke-
it had thought to. He has reasons behind what he's saying that I'm going to look into because now I got more information.
Well, because he was more he was actually educated.
Yeah, he's
on the-
educated
on the
in that.
Graduated
matter.
from high school. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but that's not something he didn't learn that in school. That's something he learned on his own out of his own curiosity.
But the information itself isn't practical in the way that you just said reading, writing, and math.
Read, write, and arithmetic.
Read, write, and
3
arithmetic.
R's.
But he looked into something that is beyond read, write, arithmetic. And I'm saying that's good, that you should stretch out your knowledge and understanding
you
the world.
should, but the way it's done in high schools is dog shit.
I agree. Like the way it's taught is not helpful.
Henceforth, a high school diploma.
Did you
is
say henceforth?
dog shit.
Hold on. Are we in 1700s?
That's gonna be the title of the episode. Henceforth.
Henceforth. God damn. Okay, someone is smarter.
Alec Henceforth Damani. that should be like your dog's name. This is Henceforth the Rottweiler.
I'm starting to realize that's apparently a strange word to use. I use that word a lot.
Hold on.
I say heretofore every day.
Well, what's the definition of henceforth?
So because of, or that's of. You nigga, I can't tell you the definition. You know what it means, and I know.
No,
what it
nigga, I don't
means.
know what it means.
Oh,
all right.
it's like
Henceforth means from this time on or from that time on.
oh, so I've been using it wrong.
How have you been using it?
Just
Like
you
I
did
just
now.
used it.
Wait. So henceforth means like right now and then
Yeah.
This
it's like,
point forward.
Oh, that
forward.
makes sense. Okay, I haven't always used it wrong, but I for sure have used it wrong a few times.
I used to use.
But it sounded proper, though.
No, it sounded super-
It sounded like it was like that was the correct word.
It sounded really smart. It's like I used to say irregardless, which is inherently contradictory to the word
well, that's
regardless.
just stupid.
That's
though.
just ignorance.
That's just
That's
that's
dumb.
just regular stupid American language that you're too stupid to fucking to catch.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. We're talking about intelligence.
You keep insulting you insult my intelligence every fucking
Yeah, 'cause you're an
term you
idiot.
get, for always.
Because you're stupid. For always.
For always.
For always and forever.
Words aren't my best thing, but I'm not stupid.
You're good.
Trying to make a profession out of talking. You should be better. You get last question. I'm gonna wrap this up because we've been running for 2 hours. So.
Oh
Oh
shit!
fuck! I was just thinking too. Like
It's been a
Yeah.
while. I haven't seen you in a while.
I know. I missed
That's why
you
we did
guys.
this.
Yeah.
You didn't have to do this for hang out. You could have just said, "Hey man, you want to chill?"
Yeah, I don't want to hang out with you though. That's the problem.
This makes it. This gives it a good
Let's
reason.
wrap this shit up.
I don't know, man. What do you miss? What do you miss the most about comedy?
What?
What do you miss the most about comedy?
It was like all enthusiasm and follow through went out the window.
Yeah,
halfway through
there you
that.
go.
What do
That
you
was-
miss the most during this quarantine? What
There
do
you
you?
go.
We'll go on with that. Well, you should name one thing we miss the most. What we're looking forward to post quarantine. Comedy.
Yeah, or just I'm really just looking forward to the world being back open.
Yeah, I miss the freedom.
Yeah, like I still do my normal shit. Like I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying home because they said so.
Yeah.
But there's nothing to do, nowhere to go.
Tired of standing in line at grocery stores. I just want to go in, get out.
Yeah.
What do you miss, Aaron Chase?
Stand-up comedy, hands down. Like the performing of stand-up comedy. Like I
Yeah.
can write all I want.
I miss
but-
that high.
Yeah, dude. Oh, I'm gonna hit the streets hard in Redlands.
It's like taking a month off from weed and trying to get your tolerance down. You're like, I miss it, bro.
Yeah.
All right, well, we miss everything. This has been a long-ass podcast. I am at the George F. Where are you guys at?
Aaron Chase 91.
Your mom's ever black guy.
And we'll catch you next time on another episode of the Buddycast. Bye.